Donkeys are not a native animal to this country. All donkeys have originated from Africa. And if you go back about 6,000 years, donkeys were used for farming their meat and milk. And 2,000 years ago, they were used along the Silk Road, carrying the silks around the Mediterranean to Asia. This journey would actually last several years, and no single animal ever made that complete journey. So they relied on the mating of the donkeys along that route to keep the Silk Road going. But it was the Romans that brought them into this country. When they came here, they brought the donkey along as their pack animal, and of course they've been here ever since. Most of the donkeys you'll probably see around the UK today will either be the beach donkeys. There's about 1,200 of these around the UK today, or the donkeys that we have here. And the reason the donkeys are here is really because of the work and determination of one person, and that was Elizabeth Svensson. Now, she always loved donkeys. From a very early age, she used to go visit her grandparents. Now, to do this, they would go through the Calder Valley. And it was along that journey they would come across donkeys in a field. And she used to make her father stop so they could go and see these donkeys every time they went to see the grandparents. But as she grew up, she trained to be a teacher, and eventually she went into the family haulage business, and that's where she met her husband, Neil Svensson. They had 4 children, and it was while they had the 4 children, they had problems drying the children's clothes and nappies. And between the two of them, they invented a dryer called the Nippy Nappy Dryer, or the Modeck Dryer. And this was a collapsible area with a heating element at the bottom. Now, for this, they got £5,000, which was quite a lot of money back then. And with that money, they bought into Thorn Electrics, became directors there. They moved to Yeovil, where they opened up a factory to make these dryers. But after a while, they decided they wanted another change, and so they sold up and they moved to Octree St Mary, which is about 7 miles from here. And it was there they bought the Salston Hotel. Now, at the hotel, they had 6 acres of land. So when they got there, she said, right, we've got some land, we're going to get some donkeys. Now, the very first donkey she had while she was there was a donkey called Naughty Face. And she was quite a naughty donkey. She used to wake the visitors up at about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning with her loud brays. And she found it was because she was lonely. So she bought another donkey called Angelina. And then she found out they were both pregnant. So she ended up with 4 donkeys. And she thought, well, this isn't so bad. I think I might start breeding donkeys. She became the local representative of the Donkey Breed Society, helping people find out about donkeys, their likes, dislikes, finding homes for them, that sort of thing. But then on a visit to Exeter Market, things changed again, because when she got there, she found donkeys in a very bad way. Hair was long, matted, full of lice, the feet were overgrown, and it was then she decided she'd no longer breed donkeys, but she would rescue them. And she got to 36 donkeys in her care, and after a day out with her husband, she got home to find there was a message for her. And that message was for her to ring a number in Reading. Didn't matter what time of day, all night, she had to ring it. So she did ring it. The chap on the phone said, are you Elizabeth Svensson? So she said, well, yes. He said, are you Elizabeth Doreen Svensson? So she said, yes. And he said, well, Mrs. Svensson, I hope you're sitting down because you've been left a legacy. And she said, oh, that's nice. Bit of money coming in, I can rescue some more donkeys. And he said, well, I hope you are sitting down because unfortunately it's not money, it's actually 204 donkeys. And she said, oh dear, what's happened? And he said, unfortunately, Miss Philpin, who ran the Helping Hand Sanctuary in Reading, has died. She says that you are to have all her donkeys. We have no food for them in the morning, and if you don't want them, they're all going to be shot. So she said, well, leave it with me and we'll sort something out. And she did.